Soviets and Soviets of the Red Army, how y'all doing? This is Con Ulrich.
And I'm Rangru. Hello, hello, hello.
And folks, the beta is out and in full swing. And in service to that, we wanted to bring you a nice little 1v1 over here. Rang, where are we and who's duking it out?
Well, we are on Orsha North, and on the left-hand side in blue, we have Corbeau playing as the 28th Jaeger Division. And on the right-hand side, we have General Mitten as the 26th Guard Strelkovy. Corbeau has Maverick income, and General Mitten has Vanguard income.
So we are seeing some new divisions. Of course, we also have some of those Western divisions that made the long slog over here to the Eastern Front, But tell me a little bit about the 28th. What are we looking at there?
Long story short, 28th is the closest thing to 3rd Fout Jaeger in the game so far. Got some really good infantry, mainly like support guns and field guns, really good aircraft, and a few stugs here and there. So it's definitely very fitting that Corbeau will be playing them, as 3rd Fout Jaeger was really his thing during SD44. Unfortunately, he has no Fiat light tanks.
I was going to say no meme moves out of him.
That's really like the big downside from this division compared to 3rd Fout Jaeger is you have no real light tank play whatsoever. You're really just stugs and really good Jaeger infantry because they come with all shapes and sizes. Pioneers, MP44 dudes, regular dudes. They're a very versatile bunch. And snipers.
I was going to say, don't forget the sharpshooting.
Oh yeah, the sharpshooting.
But we are getting started immediately. Of course, the Strelkovy is going to be much more aggressive. We see the Cheeky opening, I think, to the north? Where was that? That's a bunch of them. Where'd they go?
Yeah, there's a few up north, yeah.
I was going to say.
Yeah, they're behind the Sapari PPSH squad.
Yes, and that 50mm mortar as well. So tons of guards opening over here from General Mitten.
That's all infantry. He didn't get a single tank whatsoever. Just infantry for days.
But you know what? I think that's the right play against the 28th Jaeger. He knows he's facing off against a division that is, how should I put it, undergunned when it comes to vehicles. I mean, if memory serves, the deck for them only has a couple of slots for tanks, doesn't it?
Yeah, you only get like a few stugs really, and that's pretty much your tanks entirely. So it does make sense. He has one stug up north, a 2-star stug, yeah. So he's definitely gonna have a fun time trying to deal with that. Oh, down south, sniper's getting some sneaky shots off.
I was gonna say, I'm actually really surprised looking at the north. Ooh, wow.
Oh god, unload, unload! There we go.
I was gonna say up to the north, we'll take a look back at that in just a second. There were 5 mortar squads, a bunch of Jeeps bolting for that town. Whoa, this is a knee mortar down here? That 50mm? It looks like a knee mortar.
It's it's a 50mm, yeah.
But we can see that General Mitten apparently has been kind of declawed in the south. Up to the north, though, he is fierce.
He's managed to get into the town with sort of really big players. That's a +2 command zone, and he's getting in more guards in there. Some of them are going to run into a Jaeger infantry squad, and like, oh no, he unloads just in the nick of time. But yeah, it's very good play up north. Getting that town is absolutely huge so early on.
Indeed. Now of course it looks like Corbeau, not to be outdone, is bringing in a second tank. I.e., second assault gun, excuse me. But with the Superiors over here, I don't know how well it's really going to go. Between the Panzerfaust and the PPSHs, I mean, infantry, tanks, it doesn't matter what it is, it's going to be deadly.
Yeah, I mean, if you can't really get that stuck in the rear too close, or it will get blown up by the Russian AT.
But it is a 3-ticket bleed over here for General Mitten.
This is a crazy rush here from General Mitten, and it's working out really bloody well. He's pretty much just got all those flags in the northern area, and yeah, down south, it's not looking too good, and Corbeau will be able to push back, it seems, as he's got all his good Sturmjägers and his 50mm support mortar as well.
Indeed. But you know what? I don't think this probably would work against anybody else other than the 28th, unless it's talking about the security group just before we got started here.
Yeah, this is definitely working out because Corbeau doesn't have that much in terms of armor availability early on, so it's not like he can counter-push or outmaneuver his infantry. He has to fight him head-on with his own infantry. And General Mitten, he's just buying guards. He's going to be guarding the entire bloody front line.
Well, between the DPs, wait, these are the DP ones as well.
No, he's just regular. So he only have one DP, but still, the amount that he's getting, that's not bad.
I guess I was thinking about that as opposed to the anti-tank rifle, but of course his northern bastion over here in this town has been completely cut off and bled out. But you know what? He's not to be outdone. He's pushing another, 4 squads along the center line.
Yep. Just trying to put pressure all over the place, which is definitely the best call you can do in a rush like this.
Well, the Russians are finally taking their foot off the gas. They're bringing in 2 KV-1s, which are just slow as hell, but armored out the wazoo.
Yeah, these KV-1s are going to be fantastic fire support to help secure his front line. They're gonna have a little bit of a tough time, I say, against the Stugs, especially the veterancy on him. But I know. I mean, one Stug up north, he's pretty close to getting maybe AT grenaded, but no, he pins down the guard. Still risky position.
He's very lucky that none of those early Superiors were able to survive until now. Those guys at the Panzerfaust would have been absolutely devastating.
Yeah, he definitely would have lost it. And I think if it was 2-star Stugs, you only get 1 per card, so it's a devastating loss losing it.
That would sound about right. I know you know the division probably a teensy bit better than me, but
it may be 1 or 2 per card with the 2-star Stugs, but still, it's big loss.
Indeed. And you know what? I like the fact that we are seeing the KV-1s going to the north and not to the south. He has lost the ground, but he knows there's AT guns there. Stick those vehicles where you're not going to have quite the same issue.
Yeah. And he is actually securing South Rav Row. He's got the guards in the farmstead area on the hill down south. It's just this forest which isn't looking too good. But fortunately, there's no real command points in the forest, so it's not a huge deal losing it.
Well, and what's more than that, too, we are going to see the MG42 ammo for both his Jaeger squads are gone. It's just a MP44s, and those are good, but they blow through ammo at a prodigious rate. What is the rate of fire on those things?
Pretty high.
600 rounds a minute. It's insane.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. But they are deadly. I mean, anything gets within 300 meters of an MP44, it dies, period. Full stop. Exclamation mark. End of story. You do not want to run into that assault rifle fire in 1944 is what I'm trying to get at.
And I think it's worth you being very clear on that one, too. There's a lot of people I think were missing that point there.
Yeah. And up north, the Germans are going to be missing their front line as they managed to get surrounded on the hill. And Okum and Czechy are going through the forest, trying to hunt for any Germans.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be missing the kraut for the trees there. Wow, this is like a Jackson Pollock painting.
This goes all over the place.
It's a nightmare. And the town's it's a 21-3. I've never seen a 4-point bleed.
Christ. 2 minutes. 2 minutes until Corbeau's lost. He needs to really get some flags now, right now.
I was just saying that minute about to collapse. I'm about to collapse. I've never seen this bleed before.
Same. This is nuts. Absolutely nuts. Corbeau's getting more tanks out. I'm guessing the Stugs is 2 per card, 2 south edge.
Well, he's got 2 to the south.
Yeah,
and then got 2 to the north. He's desperately trying to resolve this entire bit here. I don't know.
Yep. Back to a +3 bleed. So Corbeau's managed to buy himself a little bit more time, but still, he needs to capture like another 6 flags to bring it back to, Trove, even Stevens.
Yeah, it is pretty scary when you kind of take a look at this and realize we're not even out of A. This is still the skirmish phase.
Yeah, we're like another 3 minutes till B phase. Oh, KV-1 in the northern middle just got sniped, I believe, by the Stug.
Well, there's another one as well that actually to the northern side of Pac-38's been dinging it off the shots, and he finally takes him out.
There we go. But I think with the Stugs now finally getting into play, I mean, all he has to do is start routing out the guard infantry. They're not really that great. It's really just more about the quantity over quality game. Those chaps, so it's just about slowly, routing them out of all the buildings that they're in. And honestly, General Mitten has put them in lovely positions, and it's gonna take Corbeau quite a while to get rid of them all.
Well, we are going to see a first airplane on the field here. Yak 9 coming on through and just kind of strafing ground targets. Not a lot of firepower there in that plane, but just enough to be deadly.
Yeah, but it also has the very good agility, so it's more of a nimble fighter and a power player.
Can you also talk about the fact there's a Stoke down here that's just pounding this incoming column?
Yep, and he's about to get pounded in the air in a minute.
There we go, the PTABs. So at the cost 50, of 3 squads. Wow.
Yep. It's a thing of the Russian cluster bombers, it's more. It's always like a 50-50 chance if you're going to kill the German tanks, because it does a wider spread compared to German clusters.
Well, it's more of a shock and aww. Got it. Got it. All right.
Yeah, very
You gotta dump those Garza right now.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
I know. Jaeger's getting close, and yeah, that guards unit is just going to get stressed out immediately.
And there's
like
the
I said,
PTRTs. Yep, sorry, go ahead.
MP44s, deadly, deadly, deadly.
And these guys are in the open too, so I mean, those Jaegers, they've got green cover. They know what to do with it, man.
Yeah.
And we are back to a 12-12. Holy crap.
Holy crap! Yeah. Yeah, Corbeau man's like nick the middle flags back again, so that's gonna bring it back to even Stevens.
Another Funk Wolf coming on in. So while the front line kind of resolves itself, how are you enjoying having the Western divisions out over here?
They're pretty fun so far. There's quite a few balance issues with them so far, but it's still beta, so they should be fixed before release.
That's the hope, anyway.
I hope. You know, P-51 Mustangs are kind of, you know, I think there's 50 cals of 30mm bullets in them.
I was gonna say, you don't want you to get buried in that kind of, you know, puppy mill of greyhounds either. So.
Yeah. But Corbeau's doing a really good job now of pushing this all back. The problem with General Mitten is he has no real frontline units anymore. It's just the guards, and they're all getting picked off.
Well, I would say we'd be a lot more nervous over for Corbeau, because a couple of his Stokes, yes, he's got pushed back, but what he does not have any HE ammo anymore.
Oh yeah.
On at least one of those.
Yeah.
He's down to his last 2 rounds for another one. So.
Yeah. I'm guessing also for Corbeau, getting like some recon will definitely be a rather rough round, just trying to find these guard units so he can kill them.
You know, it's interesting. I don't think I've seen as much recon play specifically.
Yeah,
from people in this so far.
In SD2, recon isn't as good as regular infantry. You also have pretty decent optics, which is a bit of a shame. I think recon definitely does need a bit of a buff to make it more worthwhile, but recon planes are really good, especially when I fuck with recon planes.
Indeedy do, and there's a 1410 over here, so the meme machine has not been cut out just yet.
No, I mean, yeah, I was close, but Corbeau, I mean, now he has some time to breathe. He does have that B phase huge income, which is now B phase by the way, so it's really his time to shine to try to bring this back into his favor. And oh, he's got a HE 111 coming in, and he got 2 bloody big runs in the bomb bay.
Ooh. But that, I'm actually surprised that, Yak-9's probably not going to be able to handle it, will it? Not with the Fokker Wolves in the area of the recons.
Yeah, the Fokker Wolves should be able to keep him alive.
I was taking a look down south
sturdy.
At the DP guard against that stroke. I was thinking the PTRD was to do something about it, but nope, it does not seem to be the case.
I'll look up north with the HE. It's gonna be a big explosion in a second.
Yep.
A little bit overkill for 2 guard squads, but you can't really go wrong with 2 1,000 kilograms. Or yeah, 2 1,000s.
Oh, is it T-1000? Well, don't worry, those things will just meld back together. It's fine. Yak-9. Okay, so we have just the Yaks just kind of being a teensy bit late to the party. Oh
no, a second HE 111, so they're gonna have something to feast on.
And I like the positioning of this bombing run a little bit more. This actually has a little bit more of a point to it, so to speak.
Yeah, it's definitely seems like a bit of a blind fire, as he's not directly hitting an infantry unit, but still, I mean, it's pretty hard to miss with that sort of ordnance.
Where did that Yak-9? It's a Yak-9B, and I'm surprised. Oh no, I think he's lost recon optics on that Stug.
Yeah. I like how Corbeau has pulled back a HE 111 after seeing those Yak-9s, not wanting to risk it.
Oh, totally justifiable.
Yeah, both sides have been pretty cautious with their airplanes. I mean, you haven't seen a head-on brawl between the Fokker Wolves and Yak-9s. Both sides are just waiting for the opportunity. Which is usually different, as most people just, especially me, just go balls to the wall and hope for the best. And we got some PE-2 recon planes, which are also not that bad in terms of fighting.
Now there's that Flak Vierling coming up to the northern side.
Yeah. That's gonna help out quite a lot. He definitely needs the anti-air. Oh, doing a drop bomb and run and 2 guards. Something a bit more of a safer target, but still a good target nonetheless.
Well, at least they got the target that had a lot more ammunition, so that guard squad in there still has most in the gaunt and just a tiny, tiny bit of DP.
Yeah.
But the Soviets, not to be outdone, call an entire recon wing in, and using them to strafe ground targets. Oh my god.
Yeah. Recon planes are probably a little bit too good, but not like too crazy. Unlike the P-51 recon.
And now, go a little bit further into that while we have a little bit of a downtime here. What are you talking about in terms of the P-51 Mustang? What's the issue there?
Pretty much, the 50 cals have really high splash damage for some reason, like ridiculously high, like 40mm cannon splash damage for 50 cal machine guns. So they're very, very, very good for strafing anything. You can pretty much stress out tanks and gun run with P-51s at the moment. That's just honestly due to a bug. And we are seeing the furball, and it's bally. Neither side can get a good hit on one another.
No, there is a yak down that did buy the farm, but I think the Focke-Wulfs are just way too beefy by comparison.
Yep, and they're very nimble. Well, not that nimble, but they're pretty fast.
This is oddly beautiful to watch.
I know. The dogfights in this are so cool. They're so cool. I mean, neither side are really getting any shots off. It's.
Well, I'm waiting for the Flak Vierling to actually get it and actually speak, but he's very much out of range.
Yeah.
And just like that, Corbeau has pulled it back to a 15-9 though. Wow.
Yeah, it's really bloody good. General Mitten's whole push with that crazy A-phase attack, and it's definitely died off. I mean, he is spamming more guards, but now Corbeau's got actual tanks on the field and more fire support. He's definitely holding his own rather well.
I actually am very surprised that General Mitten does not have more tanks. I mean, the 20 Strelkovy, yes, it's not the best armored group, so to speak. That's a 3rd Russian plane going down. But there's still a fair bit there. Like, I don't understand why he feels like he's playing as very undergunned.
He really is just doing the infantry spam. I know what you mean, because usually with 26 guards, I mean, you got KV-1s, you got some T-34s, you got some KV-85s, all pretty good fire support tanks, honestly, for a reasonable price, especially against 20th Jaeger, which isn't that heavy in the anti-tank, the ground-based anti-tank department. But he's pretty content with just doing this guards and bit of airplane spam. I think, and honestly, an anti-aircraft unit probably would have been good during that entire time of the big furball going on. He probably could have run the furball if he had AA, but he did not, and now Corbeau has full air superiority, and 20th Jaeger loves full air superiority.
Well, and on top of that, too, he's bringing another fresh wave of Jaegers, another Stug from the back side of things here. And yeah, the Russians, I think, have been completely fought to a standstill.
Yep. I don't think he's really going to get much of an offensive head start anymore for General Mitten. He's just a little bit too spread out compared to Corbeau's forces, which are pretty condensed and pretty hard hitting.
Well, for that matter, too, I'm trying to figure out a solid position here. If I was General Mitten, where would I be pushing? I guess I'd be trying to push. You know that Maxim is at Northern Maxim? Goes southwest to that. I might try to pierce that hole right there, but with what right now?
Yeah. I mean, what if he had tanks, he could probably do something rather effective. Those KV-85s would be a good counter against those Stugs, for example. Maybe get some artillery. He is actually getting a KV-85 up north and a Yak-9B.
Yes, but a Yak-9B is Hank will come back the other direction. I think this Flak Vierling is going to cause quite an issue for that bombing run.
Yep,
maybe you might be able to get off just in time.
Yep. Is he gonna kill Stug?
He does.
Yes, he does.
But he'll pay for it. And the Northern Forest gets nuked. Yep.
Those bombs are so fun. I love the HT-1 runs in this game. That's like pretty much one of the biggest German bombers during the war. It was used in a widespread amount, because they didn't really have any 4-engine bombers, if I recall.
Not
Maybe
for the
like
Battle
one
of
or
Britain
two.
anyway. No, you're
Oh.
right. It was dual engine because the 4 engines, they didn't need the range on their planes. You're right.
Yeah.
Um,
Probably one or two, just due to like War Thunder, but I'm
oh yeah, those were jokes.
Yeah, nonetheless, we just like seeing big kabooms, guys. Okay, we're very simple. We're simple people. We see explosions, we're happy.
Yeah, I'm an American. I mean,
I know.
it's practically coded in my DNA.
That's what 4th of July is all about.
Exactly. Forget the British.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're across over the river, you know. Say Christmas in a rather, you know,
It's
heart to
patriotic
heart
Christmas.
rate.
It's a patriotic Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
No, I know for myself, I'm starting to come around. I know I was complaining to you with a couple of casts about the carpet bombs, and I have to say, Rank, I think I'm starting to warm up to the concept of carpet bombs.
Yeah, the clusters, right?
Yes. I'm always going to call them carpets, but you're right. They're cluster bombs. You're right.
Yeah, it's a carpet of bombs. You are technically correct in that regard. I don't think cluster bombs are really that crazy because 2 or 3 tanks to make them actually cost effective. Because they're pretty expensive. Oh, tap out.
Surrender. That was a very quick end.
Yeah, I don't think General Mitten. It was really all down to how A-Face personally he was so close to victory, but not enough. And look at the KD ratio.
Yeah, but I mean, like, look at this. I mean, over the first 5 minutes by itself, there's like 40 kills, and like 5 of them are German.
That was a very Red Army tactics, just sending rave after rave of guy, hoping for the best.
And let's be honest for a second, the Germans were pulling out some units or losing them because they had no more ammunition.
Yep. That was a very interesting strategy from General Mitten. I gotta admit, I really loved seeing that in play. Didn't work out for him, unfortunately, but very close. But good job, Corbeau, from bringing that back, because
yeah, I would have tapped.
Yeah, same. That was like 2 minutes to loss. Only 2 flags left. GG.
Yeah, exactly. Forget it, man. I'm out.
Back from.
But the meme machine never says die, and shockingly enough, looks like he might have found himself a new successor to that treasured 3rd Fallschirmjäger.
Yeah.
But all right, I know we're bringing back another more hefty replay in the next couple of days. Do you remember who it is or no?
No, I don't remember.
Well,
exactly.
Folks, in that case, then you got to make sure you come back then on Thursday and we come back with another replay for the week.
Mm-hmm.
But Rang, any final words of wisdom, either to our little kitty or our good friend the meme?
No.
All right, in that case, ladies and Germans, I'm Con Ulrich.
I'm Rang